Now, I know we all remember when Chicago residents were pissed off and outraged about resources not being put into their community.
These South and West Side homeowners are angry.
Protect best housing in Chicago.
They believe the city has overextended itself and should be putting the tens of millions of dollars earmarked for migrants into Chicago's most vulnerable neighborhoods.
And then we also remember when there was a massive amount of immigrants pushed into these very same communities.
Since August, over 10,000 migrants have arrived in Chicago.
Now, if we fast forward to today, we see that your president, Donald Trump, has started mass deportation in Chicago. They say Chicago has completely turned into a ghost town. Before I get started in this video, just want to let y'all know my intentions are not to beat up or down talk any particular group of people, but rather to just shine light on a particular subject matter and topic.
3G4 Media.
What's up, everybody? It's your brother, Deverett Woodfork with 3G4 Media. And first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel so far. Everybody that's been supporting, everybody that's been liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos and getting in tune with what I got to say and what's going on. We're going to continue bringing y'all hot content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. Now, what we're going to discuss today is Chicago. Chicago and we're going to talk about the resources, how they're being utilized in Chicago. We're going to talk about the situation with the so-called immigration crisis in Chicago right now and the recent orders and mass deportations that are happening in Chicago, possibly as we speak. They say Chicago has turned into a ghost town, especially downtown Chicago. But let's just talk about that. I remember, and I know y'all remember, maybe sometime last year, over the past years, the residents in certain communities in Chicago have been asking and begging and pleading for certain resources to be pulled into their community for years. You know, and I'm down south. I'm in Houston, Texas. I actually have lived in a lot of communities similar to what they have in Chicago, where some of those same demographics of people are looking for resources and looking for better opportunities. And for some reason, those opportunities and resources just ain't made it there yet. But anyway, it's very interesting how now what has happened is there's been a massive influx of immigrants brought to these communities. And not only brought to these communities, these immigrants have been given resources, and a lot of the same resources that people that are native to these communities have been asking for years. They even put up $51 million to house the immigrants.
The $51 million is expected to help house the migrants.
You know, and that's fine and all, right? But what about pooling resources to these communities when the native residents in these communities have been, you know, attending meetings and steady petitioning to get resources sent to these same communities?
When we fought just to drink out of a damn fountain, it was us.
Let's not forget about the so-called Middle Eastern immigrants that are giving money and then they come right to our communities and put gas stations in our neighborhoods and look at us like we're going to steal out their damn store every time one of us walk in there. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. The same folks that make the TikTok videos with the phone and the camera behind their damn register, recording us, making a mockery of only us in our stores. But meanwhile, we still shop there. So on that note, we also have to learn to unify and do better and stop giving our money and stop allowing certain things to happen. You know, now I'm not going to be the guy to sit here and beat up on anybody. I'm not trying to beat up on the immigrants. I'm not trying to beat up on somebody that's just trying to come to America to seek a better life for themselves. That's not my intentions. That is not my purpose of this video. My purpose of this video is to just shed and shine a little bit of light on the idea that there are resources available for certain groups of people, but not for others. It don't make sense. There are plenty of videos where you can go on YouTube, you can go all over the internet, and you can find where African American people have been asking for these same resources for years. And they never tend to get these resources that they have been asking for. You can see it all over the internet. But I don't think it should be like that. Just down south here in Houston, there are many communities just like that. Many communities just like that, where the people in those communities, everybody not bad people, everybody not good people. You got good and bad in every ethnic group and every group or so-called race of people, right? But for some reason, when it comes to certain areas, they just don't get the attention that they deserve. They just don't get the attention that they need until they're being gentrified. They just don't get the attention that they need until, for some reason, a massive group of illegal or immigrants are being forced to this area. Then those areas tend to get the attention that they need. There's a problem with that. There's a large problem with that. I mean, down from calling the police, how many times have some folks say, we don't, in those areas, say, well, we don't call the police. I get it. We don't call the police because a lot of times police going to come and just probably put their foot on our necks. A lot of times. But a lot of times in those communities, they not going to show up at all. There could be something truly, truly bad happening. And, you call the police to come and protect and serve you, which the taxpayer is supposed to go to them for that. And this is not beating up on police, but this is beating up and showing the injustices that are going on within the system, because we shouldn't have things going on where some areas are getting more attention than other areas. If this is the United States of America, all of it should get the same equal amount of attention. That's the thing, but that's not happening. We all know that that's not happening. It doesn't happen until, either, like I say, the area is being gentrified, or until we're going to just push a massive group of immigrants to these neighborhoods. And then, since those immigrants are there, America wants to put on this image of, hey, we want to help. We create an issue and then we help at the same time, and we further create more issues and furthermore so-called help the issues and just keep digging ourselves into more of a hole. It's crazy. But anyways, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think it's right? Do you think what's going on right now is justified? Do you think it should be happening? There are, people that have been here for, an extended period of time, a long period of time, who were born here. I understand that. I mean, I was born here, but unfortunately my ancestors were brought here, and I am a product of that, and I was born here, and I still, with me being born here, it's not that easy for me as an American to get those same benefits as it is for a lot of the immigrants to get. It's not. Not that I want a lot of benefits, and I don't even want no benefits, but I'm just saying, like, if I was in a situation where I needed it, there are people that actually need it and can't get it because the resources are completely being sucked up. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. And like I say, this it is what it is. It's not to beat up on anybody, but I just want to point out an issue. I want to point out an issue. Peace. I'm out.